Alright guys, I'm back. Well, I've been getting a lot of comments and feedbacks, and a lot of you have been asking for more Java tutorials. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upload this one video while I try to put together more videos on Java. And pretty much here in this video we're going to be running over if statements, we're going to be running over loops, and we're going to be running over variables, and we're bringing back the scanners. So to give the option, this we're doing points per game averaging, so you'll see what I mean. But in this one we're pretending that we're a NFL quarterback, and we're talking to our agent, and the agent is telling you what you need to do. Well, not really what you need. The agent is evaluating your progress. So with that, let's start, because this is going to be a long video. So public, I can't multitask. Public, I really can't multitask. Public static void main. Sometimes you just have to repeat it to yourself. String args, and here we go. You have to create a new class, which you should already know from my previous tutorials, and I'm not really going to go into details because this will be a long video. So sit tight and enjoy the show. I hope you're practicing, and I hope you really learn something. So here we go. We're going to need a scanner, so we might as well bring it up right now. Not how you spell a scanner, guys. Import java.util.scanner, and my computer is freezing a bit because I have a few applications up, but you should be okay. So let's go ahead and define that scanner. Scanner input equals new scanner system. And the one thing that frustrates me is when I do everything right, but I forget this one teeny bit. You need this. You need this if you want your scanner. I haven't found any other way yet, but I'm pretty sure when I'm saying you need this, don't forget this, because you might want to break your computer, and I'm not joking. I have had those unpleasant experiences where you look at the code and it looks perfect, but you don't. It's only when you do it, like you look through 25 times later, that you notice that you're missing something. So moving on, our variables are going to be int total equals 0, since we want our total to start off 0 basically. And the game, we're putting games, and we're putting average. I don't know if you guys can hear my phone, but I have people texting me even though I have no social life whatsoever. Funny, I know, I'm a comedian. But let's go. So far, basically what these are is they're popping up because we haven't really used them. We've defined counter and total, but we haven't used them. So don't worry about these error pop-ups because we haven't really started. And here we're going to make a message, and the message really is going to be, why did this, I guess because I clicked the wrong button, I don't know. But here we go. This is going to be a message. Football. So think about this. In video games, I know MLB does this. It'll be like, you're starting off your new career, and you need to make it to, let's say, the AA league. Make the AA league team. I'm not really a base. I actually do watch baseball. It's just like I'm not too in. Brain freeze. Okay, so basically this is telling you what to expect. Season football season's about to begin, but final cuts have to be made first. So now our guy knows what to expect. This is kind of like a warm-up to the real thing. We're putting prompts up. We're doing all the right things. Be proud of yourselves. I am. You're learning to be a computer programmer, a Java programmer. That is no small task, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, we do have ladies watching. Maybe not this particular tutorial, but we do. So here we go. System print out line. We're just adding more text to the screen. So yeah, I'm going to leave a space, and you'll see later down the road why I left that space out. I can't talk today. Just going at it. Living life YOLO. Who came up with that term, YOLO? I have no clue. But here we go. Input your touchdown stats. I always think of WWE. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of that for all 4 preseason games. So basically, this is saying we played in the preseason, maybe not all 4 quarters, but we played, and your stats in the preseason determine whether you will continue playing football or whether you will have to go back to working at McDonald's. So here's where we set the loop. And the loop, I know I haven't really taught you guys yet this, but here's the loop. You have to, I'm going to start off with a counter because I learned it this way, and it's really hard to go against the way you learned it. You can, I'm not sure if you can change this. You can change this, but I'm just saying I'm leaving it since I learned it this way, and I don't really want to change. Change is hard. Change is hard. Okay, so here we're using games. So remember that. Games, and we're going to, games is going to equal what we put in. So input next int. So input next integer. So the next integer we put will equal games. Games will equal that. And total equals total plus games. And this is a math equation, not really an equation. This is basic math. Java does math. If you want to do computer programming, you better like hit your books because this is math orientated. I was actually sitting in my college algebra math class, and I honestly didn't see the point of a loop, but there was a time where we were doing loops, and I was like, oh my god. I learned that first in Java, and I didn't think loops were real. I just thought it was just some fancy thing for a computer. So these things are important. If some of you guys watch The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon wrote an algorithm for creating friends, and he was trying to find some common interest with the guy that he was talking on the phone with, and they didn't really have any common interests. So I really don't remember anyone else's name, but one of the other guys wrote on his, changed the equation, the algorithm up to add an escape. So instead of Sheldon looping and looping and looping forever because he kept asking the guy what some of his favorite activities were in an attempt to like try to bridge some connection with him, the new one of his friends changed the algorithm to include an escape, which his escape was you pick the least annoying thing that that guy likes to do. So he like they both their common ground was rock climbing, so they went rock climbing together. Cool story, bro. I know. But anyways, back to this before I get distracted. And we're putting counter, so this counter is going to go up by 1 every time. Alright, so let's slow down a bit. So what we did is while, and this is how you do a loop. While, loop, while, parentheses, counter. And this basically means it does no more than 4. You know, what the greater than, equal sign, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, we're doing less than 4. And then this is, we're basically starting it. And we're saying games is equal to input. And if you go back, input is the scanner. So whatever we put in, so we'll have 4 games. And whatever we put into those games is what the scanner is gonna bring back. Total, and total equals total plus games. So it's going to add the numbers of the I can't talk. So basically what it's going to do is it will take your stats from, it will take the stats from all your games and it will add them together. So like a math equation, why do I keep saying equation? So like math, you try to find the average, you add, let's say 4 plus 4 plus 4, and then that will give you 12, and you divide it by 3 because those are the 3 numbers you put in, and you'll find your average, which should be 4. So this is what it's basically doing. The total equals total plus games. And 4 games, you put in what you did in those games. So moving on before I keep stumbling on my words and before someone gets mad at me for not talking back to them. Yeah, I'm not going to answer her text. Anyways, she'll never see this.